All right, folks, here's your Algebra 2 quiz. On these problems that I've circled, these are the ones I want you to complete. All the ones circled in red. Number 10 is a bonus. All 5 of these problems, pay no attention to the directions. You are allowed to solve the system any way you want. You could graph it. You could use substitution where you solve for one letter and plug it back in. Or you could use combination or the elimination method that we have talked about. Okay? So I'm letting you choose, and there's really not a whole lot else I can describe to you other than I could maybe give you a hint on what I would choose on each one of these. So let's take a look here at each problem more closely. In number 1, we have 2 positive y's. So first thing is, I'd say don't forget to put a 1 in front of those fellas. And then I personally would just multiply one of these 2 equations, it doesn't matter which, by a negative, by -1, and change everybody's signs. That way the y's would cancel out. And then I would solve for x, and then plug it back in to solve for y in either equation. So that's what I would do in number 1. You choose what works for you. In number 3, I have a -1y, put the 1 there, and a positive 2y. Again, since the signs are opposite, I would multiply this equation up here by 2. And so remember, everybody gets multiplied by 2 when you're changing these. And then eliminate your y's, solve for x's, and once you know what x is, plug him back in. I'd plug him into this one, and then solve for y. Back over to number 4. Again, I personally would probably just do elimination again, and I would multiply this top one by -2. Again, but it's up to you. It's your choice. If you'd rather graph it, that's okay too. Over to number 6. Where's my pointer? Here it is. Okay, on number 6, I would use the combination method. That's my favorite. And I would multiply this whole equation by -2. So make sure you multiply all the terms by -2 if that's the way you choose to do it. And the last one I'm asking you to do is number 7. And again, I would use combination. I would multiply this whole thing by 2 to all the terms. And then I would solve for my y. Combine your y's, solve for y, and then plug it back in and solve for x. All right. Again, number 10 is a bonus. Take your time, do your work on another sheet of paper or on the back of this quiz. Have a good rest of the day.